I love nature. I like running in the grass, climbing trees, and rolling in the dirt. I love the things that I can find in nature, like slippery frogs, fuzzy animals, and all things that fly. I love the things that nature gives us, from the water we drink to the air that we breathe and the food on our plates. Nature has had a big impact on me, but it wasn't until recently that I learned about the impact that we have on nature. A few months ago, I watched a show about how kids like me live in other countries, but not all things about us are the same. Every night when I lay down to go to sleep, I have a full belly, but some kids don't. Some kids go days at a time without a meal. I don't really know what it's like to be hungry, but some kids don't know what it's like not to be. While people in my world talk about video games and the newest YouTuber, other parts of the world are fighting against the world hunger crisis. The United Nations say that 1 in every 9 people is suffering from hunger. That adds up to 795 million people worldwide who don't get enough to eat because they can't afford nutritious food and can't afford the supplies to grow them. In some poor areas, crops that farmers could once afford to grow are struggling or dying off because of the extinction of their pollinators in that area. There are many types of pollinators: butterflies, beetles, moths, mosquitoes, and of course, honeybees. I used to think that bees just made honey, stung people, and that was it. I have recently learned that they are way more important than that. In fact, I have a theory that with the help of the honeybee, we could tell hunger to buzz off. Unfortunately, bees are superheroes with lots of enemies. Enemies like colony collapse disorder, overuse of pesticides, climate changes, and us. The disappearance of bees has caused a big decline in not just honey production, but other crops as well. Bees contribute to 75% of all major crops worldwide. In the last few years, we have seen almost 30% of the bee population disappear. If this continues, the outcome could be disastrous. I wanted to learn more, so I found the nearest local expert to ask some more questions about how bees contribute to the food we eat. That led me to Sabrina Barnes. How do bees pollinate and make honey?
Essentially, they have these things called pollen pockets on the back of their legs, and they will go up to a flower and they will kind of kick at the pollen, get it stuck to their pollen sacs, and they have to go from flower to flower in order to get enough to take back to their hive.
In the process of making honey, bees help crops grow through a process called cross-pollination. Without bees, many crops could not be cross-pollinated by humans alone. So this made me curious about what the world would really look like if all honeybees died. Without bees, we wouldn't have some of our favorite foods, like almonds, apples, avocados, mangoes, pomegranates, plums, pumpkins, and so many more. And don't forget, we aren't the only ones who eat these foods. Many animals who eat foods such as alfalfa, corn, nuts, sunflower seeds would also suffer and maybe even go extinct. The end of the honeybee and other pollinators could also be the end of our way of life. So next, I wanted to experience bees up close and personal. I did this with the help of 2 local beekeepers, Melanie Grellhazel and Lanny Modwell. They showed me how easy it was to keep bees in your own backyard, and that bees don't really want to sting you, so if you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. I have learned so much about honeybees. I see how disastrous it would be if honeybees continued to die off. However, with education and better decisions, I think a solution to world hunger is within reach. So go plant some flowers and give a honeybee a pat on the back for a job well done. But not a real pat on the back. They don't like that. Step aside, superheroes. Buzz off, hunger. The honeybee is here to save us.